So fellas, sisters, let's have this in-depth conversation about the modern world. Because the modern world wants to break you. Every single thing. A lot of the people around you that might act like your friend, might act like a good family member, might act this way, might act that way. Bruh. Most people do not have good intentions. Almost everything in this world, not everything in this world, but almost everything in this world. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Most people in this world want to break you. Most things in this modern world are trying to break you. Most things. You can't let this happen. There's many things that come my way that try to break me. And I don't let it happen. I can't break. You're going to have to kill me because I'm not going to stop. I'm on a mission. I have a literal mission on Earth. You think I'm going to let somebody or anybody break me or stop me or tell me to stop or do anything to me, back me in a corner? No. You know what happens when you back a wolf to the corner? It's going to bite. It's coming at your ass, bruh. Most people don't want you to do better. Most people around you don't want you to do better. The world wants you to believe it is benefiting you when it is not. The government wants you to believe it is benefiting you when it is not. Look how much money and taxes they try to steal from everybody in this world, and look at how successful they are to get most of the money from the people in this world. It's the Matrix. It's controlled reality. We don't have very much control. Everyone has different amounts of control over their self and their own life. And that is the whole point of life. The more in control you are of your own life and destiny, the better things get. The more controlled you are by the world and the Matrix, the more screwed you are. As long as you're here. And what's the whole point of life? Can somebody tell me? The whole point of life is to live your best life while you're still here. That's the whole point of life. You have to live and breathe. And you have to breathe fresh air. And while you're here, why would you not want to live your best life? We are getting to a point where the world is going to try to stop us from breathing fresh air. It seems like the world is caving more and more and more and more and more in on us to try to control us as much as possible. That is for all you guys to see. It is what I know. Some people come here telling me I promote fear. I promote this. I promote that. I don't promote fear. I promote truth. If that scares you, then keep living in that blue-pilled Matrix society. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. It's a whole whirlwind getting out of that world. The way I do speak does scare a lot of people, bro. But when you leave the Matrix, when you exit the Matrix, that world, and you have much more control and success over your own self, it's an entirely different world. It's a breakthrough. And it is up to you to break through. To leave the Matrix. Everyone that's trying to tell me that I promote fear and all this nonsense bullshit are in the Matrix. You're controlled. You think You think the way you do because you're in the matrix. I and everybody else that is outside the matrix and are only getting further and further and further and further and further and further and further away from the matrix have went through more breakthroughs than you'll ever imagine. You are living in fear. You are trapped. You are held down by society. Maybe your piss ass friends, maybe your piss ass family, maybe other people, and all this sounds so wrong. It's the truth though, isn't it? Am I promoting fear or am I promoting truth? Can somebody please help me understand? Because I ain't backing down to shit. I'll lose every damn thing if I have to. Because I have a purpose. And I'm going to speak what I truly believe is right to this world. I truly believe the things I speak are right, and that's why I speak them. And some people think it is fear. It is not fear. You are living in fear. You are scared to death of what I'm saying because you can't handle it. You don't want to come out of that piss ass world that you think is fair. If you think that's fair, you're out of your damn mind. You think the government treats people fair? You think the rules on taxes and all that bullshit is fair? Bruh, you make $500,000 per year, let's say, under the government, and you report all that income. You're losing almost half of that money. And you were paying the government in the whole world that much money because you have skill to make that amount of money. That's the matrix. You think I'm going to put myself in that position? You think that kind of shit's going to happen to me? No way in hell. It never has and it never will. Never. It's never going to happen to me. Too smart for that. But you might not be. But you see, I'm doing my job right now because I'm informing you of what this is. And a lot of you already know that, but some of you don't. The rules in this world are so messed up. Nobody would want, or like no one would really care to escape the matrix so much if it wasn't such a shit deal. We wouldn't be eager to escape it that much. But the world is not fair. And if it's not fair, we're not gonna stand by it. We're gonna go against it. Because they are on an agenda. If everybody was treated fairly, equally, was benefited, there'd be no issues. But let me tell you something, there's a lot of issues. And those of us that have our heads on the most and screwed on the tightest, we see exactly what's going on. And you know what? We're going to work around it to the best of our abilities. And it's exactly what we do. I've been doing this my whole life, bruh. I've been doing this my whole life. Even since 16, 17 years old, I've subconsciously been doing it without even knowing I was doing it at that time, that young. I didn't even know what the Matrix was. I did not understand the world at that age, but I was doing things that was beating around the Matrix. I look back and it's like, damn, you're a smart young kid. Of course. So this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, most people accept the Matrix, this controlled reality. I don't. You shouldn't either. I don't encourage anyone to live full ass in the Matrix. You can do better than that. But the Matrix don't want you to know it. They want that control over you because they are at the top of what they do when they're controlling everybody with little puppets. For the ones they can't control, they're not benefiting off of us. They're benefiting off everybody else who decides to lay down to the matrix, to submit to the matrix. If you're going to submit to something, make sure you're going to submit to something worthwhile. Not the fucking matrix. Because they're taking most of your guys' income. Bullshit. For example, like I said minutes ago, you make $500,000 a year, let's say, for example, and you report all that income, you're going to lose almost half that, if not half. And you think that's fair? You have to, if you make that money, you have the skill. You have some sort of skill to be able to make that kind of money. That don't just fall out of the sky. So for the people that have more skill to make more money, they have to pay more? That's nothing but control, bruh. It shouldn't matter how much money, it should not matter how much money you make. And it's funny too how most of the people in the matrix that make the most amount of money in this world, who control the world, they pay zero taxes. But for the people that are climbing the ladders and have to report a whole bunch of income that they make, they have to pay at the ass, bro, because they don't want you to elevate that high. And it's exactly what would happen if you had to pay that much. So what do people like us do that are outside the matrix? We're beating around the bush. The bush is a matrix. We are around the fucking bush. We're not in the bush all tangled up. Giving a limb here, giving a limb there. Donating our fucking lives. No. We ain't putting up with that bullshit. You can't live your best life doing that. All we ask is to be free. We're not ripping nobody off. We're fucking taking what's ours, bro. And we still gotta give some to the matrix. Here you go, you bunch of pussies. We still gotta give some, but we're beating around the bush for the most part. We're outside the matrix for the most part. And it's our goal to get further and further and further and further and further away from the matrix. That's the whole point. There's ways to do it. And this is what most of the world don't want you to know. And everyone that's lost in the matrix would look at a guy like me or anybody else who would speak the way I speak, because there's lots of people who speak the way I speak. They look at us and say, we're promoting fear. We're bad people. We're this. We're that. You're all fucking lost. Those people are literally living in fear. They are projecting onto us for just wanting to be free. That's all we ask, is to be free. We're not asking for nothing from the matrix. We're not saying give us extra money. We don't care. We don't need your money. Just stop fucking taking ours. Because we don't owe you shit. They take enough money out of our bills. They take enough money out of all of our shit. We shouldn't have to pay as much as we pay for electricity, for heat, for water. Not as much, but we do. And it's not even that much to begin with, but we shouldn't even have to do that. But we do. And everything else you can possibly think of. They controlled the prices of gas for a while. They put it up so damn high because they had an excuse to do it. You don't think that's the matrix? They control that bullshit. They could pump it up to $3 a liter right now if they want to. They could if they wanted to. So, all I'm saying here, guys, if you want to live your best life, you have to have your head on straight. Stop living in actual fear and start thinking for yourself. You can think for yourself, you know. You know, you're allowed to do that. Know the truth, understand the truth, let everybody else know the truth. Wake people up. If you're awake, it's the least you could do is wake everybody else up. Inform other people. And there's always going to be the people lost in the matrix that's going to point at you and say, you're promoting fear. Like, how does that even make sense? How does that even make sense? Bro, I could even be speaking on a different topic, telling people to avoid toxic women or some shit. Stop promoting fear. You know what they're saying? Stop exposing these Jezebel females. Let them manipulate you. You think I'm going to let that happen to the fam, bruh? You think I'm going to let that happen to me? You think I'm going to allow that to happen to anybody? If I can help it, I'm going to help it by exposing it. But then you get people pointing their big fucking fluffy fingers at me saying, stop promoting fear. Stop exposing the Jezebels is basically what they're saying. Let them manipulate you. You're crazy. Let them manipulate you. Let them have their way with you. You are crazy. You deserve to be manipulated. Laughable, bro. Laughable. But I'm just glad most of you guys know the truth. I'm just glad. Because you got a lot of you guys that are watching this right now, you know what the fuck I'm talking about with everything I've said in this video so far. You guys know. And unfortunately, some people don't. And unfortunately, there's some people lost in the Matrix watching this video who's pointing the finger at me right now, saying this, saying that. He's promoting fear. You are a fucking twerp. And that's the truth. Twerp. So, you know. And the Matrix also tries to shut down everyone that's doing good things, the right things, exposing truths to this world that might not be the most comforting things to hear, but it is going to save your ass. Let me tell you this. This is going to make really, really, really good sense. And if it don't, you're just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say after that. But listen to this. If a fucking lion was coming behind you, right? Chasing you. It was running after you. Just this big ferocious lion. It was opening its mouth. It's about to bite your head off. It's about to kill you. Would it be comforting for me to tell you this? That it is coming behind you. There's a lion. Run. No. It's not going to be comforting to hear. You're not going to feel comfortable that I told you that. But I told you the truth, which could save your life. Just like in this video, how I'm telling you the truth, it could save your life. But then there's these evil people in the woodworks, in the Matrix, saying people like me promote fear. You see how ridiculous that sounds now? If I was to inform, this is the way these people see it. If I was to inform a human being that a lion is about to kill them, it's behind you, run, dip, dodge left, dodge right, they would look at me and say, he's promoting fear. Because that's how they see it. Because they're not awake. They are not awake. They're lost in the Matrix. Now I'll let you guys answer. In that situation, what wins here? Am I promoting fear that a lion is going to kill somebody, or am I promoting the truth that that's about to happen so it could save their life? Because some people would point at me and saying I'm doing the wrong thing because I'm making them feel fear. I'm going to save your life because I'm telling you the truth. You could literally dodge this way and you could have avoided that. So the real heroes in this life are getting shit on by people in the Matrix. Because the way they look at life and things is very, very, very sad. We promote raw truths that literally save people's lives. They're more concerned about their feelings and the way they feel, rather than hearing the truth which could save your life. If somebody is obese and they just keep eating themselves to death and they're going to die and all this stuff, and I go out to them and tell them they're fat and they're eating way too much, you have to start eating this way. These long-lost retards would be like, he's promoting fear, he's mean, oh my God, because they're concerned about how I made them feel for saying the truth, for telling the truth. When it could have saved this person's life if I were to say it, to get them to start eating healthier and they don't die and they live a good life. They lose the weight, they get in shape, boom. You see, more people are concerned about their fucking feelings. These people who would point the finger at me in this line analogy, they're more concerned about how it would make them feel. Because yes, they're going to feel fear, but it's a good kind of fear. Just like when I tell you the truth, it's going to open your eyes, oh my God, he said this, but it's the right kind of fear. It's not he's promoting fear, it's a bad thing, it's a good thing. People need to hear the truth, people need to be informed of the truth, because it's going to benefit your life. If you just get coddled your whole life, it's okay to keep eating like a fat piece of shit. Don't tell someone a lion's coming, because it's going to scare them. It's going to startle them. It's going to hurt their feelings. It's going to make them feel bad. Okay, let the lion kill them then. You see the irony here? This is how a lot of people in the Matrix think. It's how they think. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. On this channel, we do not promote fear. We promote truth. Truths that will save your life. Truths how to avoid certain things and certain people that will save your life. We promote things that is going to push you into becoming a much better person. I'm not going to tell you it's all right to just kind of lay down. Don't really try. Why are you trying? Don't try. No. How weird is that just to hear that from me alone? It's weird, bro. What? You should try. You should do your best. You should feel better. You should feel more alive while you're still here. You should. I'm not going to promote actual fear and get you guys to lay down and tell you it's okay. You could have lived about 10, 20 more years of your life. But you die young, you die early because you have all these fucking health problems. And the whole life, your whole life before that was dog shit as well, because you just decided to let society and everybody cripple you. Because that is what the Matrix is doing. That's what this world is doing. Like I said, this modern world is meant to break you. It is designed to break you. You have to break the world and not get caught up into this trap. Done. Case closed.